Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another great reading. We hope you guys are well. Let's see what we have. And today will be posted my astrology video for November for all the signs. And and today is the day of the Scorpio new moon. We are definitely in like plena bloom, right? Like we're definitely in full Scorpio season, and Scorpio season is about psychic energy. It can be about power and intimate relationships and money, that, you know, money, shared money, kind of, maybe investments, 401ks, things like that. It is about what is hidden, and that is why it is about psychic ability as well, right? Yeah, and so very interesting. I thought it was a very interesting with the transits that are happening. So I'll link that below, right at the top of the comments. And we start with enlightenment. Speaking of Scorpio season, inspiration, epiphany, and innovation. Yeah, very cool. Somebody had some type of an enlightenment, like an aha moment, and they are inspired. And now they're doing things different with innovation. And we have Maynard and it's madness, ecstatic ritual, and energy release. When we say ecstatic ritual, we mean ecstasy and sex. And yeah, this card is about somebody, and that's very Scorpio. Oh, very scorpionic, sex and desire. And oh my goodness, it really is. It is the 8th house of intimate relationships for sure. Enlightenment is very scorpionic. We have ecstasy. Look at that. Yielding, rapture, and bliss. Something yields something beautiful here. And there's something very sexual going on in this reading for somebody, right? Maybe somebody wants this with you. Let's see what these cards have to say for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and anybody who resonates with it, because these are for the collective. We have compassion. Okay, good, because here she is holding her hands over this globe. That's really what we need, instead of really what's going on. And it's an attempt to make it like that. Yes, it is. And it's the opposite of compassion. Yes, it is. We have strength, and this is courage, for sure it is. And we have love. All right, so somebody has courage here. When we see inspiration over here, energy release, and when somebody's inspired and they had an epiphany, they usually end up with courage in order to move forward in their life. We have love over here. Somebody's compassionate because they had an epiphany, or they had an aha moment, or some form of awakening and enlightenment. Let's see what these cards have to say for you guys, Sagittarius. Let's see what they have to say for. And we're going to use these cards. I like to call these cards the pirate cards, just because I'm into pirates. Yeah, I was a pirate in 2 of my past lives. Yes, I was. A very famous one, too, who they didn't really call a pirate. They called an explorer. Let's see what we have, you guys. Yeah, this is a true story, too, about... And so I always wanted my son to be a pirate, too. When he was little, he's like, Mom, come on, I don't want to be a pirate this year, right? And so, have some type of a connection because of the past life, for sure. Let's see what we have today for Capricorn, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, there's value here. Somebody values you. Somebody is straight in love with you, Sagittarius. We have the Lovers and the 2 of Cups at the bottom of these piles. So, yeah. Jupiter is in your 7th house of love. Yes, it is. Your own ruling planet. Check out my video. I thought it was good, for sure. And the astrology video. Those are general horoscopes, but there will be definitely some truth to those. For sure there will, because I go by the houses like other astrologers do. We have the World card. She's kind of naked here. She's really kind of feeling herself kind of happy and in her own skin, because she is the dancer, and the World card is about a celebration. It's really like, it's not really a party so much. It's more of a celebration of who you have become, who you have, how you have what is the word? How you have grown and how you have ascended in your own life and grown more mature, more intuitive too. But we have enlightenment too. Let's see. There's worry in this reading, and we have love, the Ace of Cups. So we have a brand new beginning in love for you, Sagittarius. The Strength card could definitely be about love and sex here, because she's naked on the lion, right? Leo is about love. It is, and that is a card. Leo rules the 5th house of love. It's one of the things it's about. It's one of the love houses, and she's bare-breasted. We have to cover that. Quite beautiful, and there's some type of transformation with this courage, because the pollywog is swimming out to the fire, and the pollywog or the frog is already here, but it looks like it just kind of shifted, and the snake is here, kind of morphed into that frog. The snake is here, and that's about a new beginning, and snakes eat their own skin and things like that. And she's pointing to the sky. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups in the reading, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this man is meditating over here in the past about something he really wanted. Yes, he's meditating on the 4 cups. Cups are about love and creating, and they can be about manifesting as well. By way of meditation and your intuition, for sure. They are about the intuition. And so we start with the Ace of Swords. It's a new beginning. It's a noble new beginning. This is about somebody being very clear about what they want. Yeah, someone's very clear here. We have strength twice in the reading, which is good. You need strength to live, right? You definitely do. And I was just watching this video about telekinesis, and it was just for gamblers who kind of change the situation, like change where the cards end up, but they do it with their energy. They don't, get up and grab the card, right, and go to jail or whatever, get kicked out of the casino. And so they say when you learn telekinesis, you also heal all your ailments. And that makes a lot of sense. It's just like with past life readings. With past life readings, you are tuning into your past life. You're tuning into your soul, and you are using your intuition for sure. And this creates therapy. That's why we call the past life therapy, past life regression therapy. And so, and like I was telling you about how I was a pirate. And yes, I got healing from that. Yes, I did. Because of the message that came through, right? Yeah, and I haven't mentioned the message here yet. No, because why should I? But it did why should I? But it did bring healing to me. It did, and a release, right? So we start with the Ace of Swords, and you can get one of those if you would like. The Ace of Swords, very helpful, and we have this, this lady here who is the dancer. So she's holding all the elements. That means she's powerful, she's mature, she's grown, she's, definitely. And so she definitely knows herself. She's standing in her power, and she's went through some type of cycles here by way of the Death card, the Devil, the Hangman, any card really, except the Fool is, the Fool, except a few, right? But there's a lot of challenging cards along the journey of the major arcana, right? The major arcana is really just a journey. I think arcana has to do with time. So, you start as the Fool and you end up as the World card, and you get there, but you don't get anywhere. You don't become enlightened without some type of pain or something, or confusion, or usually suffering in some way. So here we have the new beginning, the Ace of Swords with the Page of Swords and the World. It sits in the challenge. This means, can I have a new cycle? Somebody here is head over heels, and maybe they think you make love, your sex and your lovemaking, Sagittarius, is the best in the West, or the most in the East, or whatever it is, right? I'm in the West, so of course I'm using the West, right? They could think that, right? They definitely could feel that way, unless this is you, because it's about 2 people. So, you can't really see her, but The Ace of Cups is why it's all happening. See, somebody wants a new beginning in love. I was saying that. I'm very clear, right? In the past, we see the Four of Cups. That Four of Cups is the man who is meditating for a stable new beginning. That's why it's a four. Fours are about stability and security. So he's not rejecting anybody in this. This is my famous pirate deck. I don't think there's a pirate here. I don't think he looks like the Sultan kind of, or the magician. He's got the crab on his, so he's like the magician, right, with the crab there. And he is, and so, yeah, he is. And so, because this also represents the fourth house ruled by Cancer, the Four of Cups, right? So this is about somebody's manifesting. Somebody may want you in their family or their wife or something like that, because that's what the fourth house represents too. So he wants security. That's why family is mentioned, or is an integral part, right? So is your emotional support system, in case, we don't all have family, right? We just kind of don't. But Four of Cups are going to get a card. He's meditating. He wants security. He wants something emotional. He's seeking his emotional support system here with the Four of Cups, something secure. And we have the Wheel of Fortune with it. Yeah, somebody was meditating all about you, Sagittarius, or you are the meditator. Yeah, you're not the perpetrator, you're the meditator, right? So when I play tennis, I like to call the guy playing the net or the woman playing the net the netitor instead of the predator, the netitor. Because when you're playing the net, you have all the power. Yeah, you do, because you can kind of, you're just close to the net, so you have a lot more power. Yes, you do, with your strength and your aim, right, wherever you are hitting the ball. Yeah. And so, yeah, for sure. And we have the King of Wands. He's here over the night, and he's showing up with the Eight of Swords reversed. There's definitely a release in this reading. Something gets released. This is the mindset. Maybe somebody wants to release, I don't know, fear of you. Maybe an old argument, possibly. I don't so much see that, but there is worry here. That part is true. And there's love, and there's enlightenment, and there is definite sex going on. A lot going on in this reading, right? And the Four of Swords in the near future, and this is a ritual. Remember, the fours are about security, but interestingly enough, we have this man laying on the ice. It's definitely a ritual because he has the candle in his shoe. So when we see the candle in the shoe, right, it's a ritual, right? He looks like he has the elf shoes, is curling up over here, but he's not an elf. And he's doing something with his hands here, kind of like the Two of Swords. But the Four Swords are around him, kind of protecting him, sort of. And then these wolves are here. And the wolves have not left. There's a great calling that somebody is meditating on. I want this. The great calling is you. Is this sexual, ecstatic relationship that is based on love and passion both. Yeah, it doesn't get any better. No. And the ecstasy card is full of butterflies, and she looks kind of like a little sad, like I wonder if I'm going to have a new beginning. That's what that's about. The enlightenment card, she's showing this, her attitude. She's got the black cat with her, but her attitude is like, wow, I kind of didn't know all that. Yeah, I didn't. Wow, enlightenment. Wow, an aha moment. And wow, an epiphany. So we have the Nine of Swords here, but here's this meditation about the future. It sits in the future, and I wonder if I can have what I feel like is a great calling. The Nine of Swords is the worry, and it's in the concern. I mean, this is like a double confirmation that someone's worried, right? We have it with the Death card. So this is worry about transformation or about a final ending, kind of. Right? It could be somebody who is concerned ending something in their own life. That's just how it is in tarot, right? I don't know exactly if it's you, them, or... I mean, what I mean by that is this is about you and a new beginning. But at the same time, there could be a death or a death going on somewhere else. Or, right, they could worry that you'll walk away from them here, kind of. And he is walking away from death. And but the Death card is always about transformation on some level. Yeah, it just always is, right? And in these readings, it is more often than not as well. Here's the full moon with it, and the cauldron is cooking. So cooking something, there's all these skulls here, but this full moons are about endings and new beginnings. Yes, they are. The King of Swords is here in the environment. Here he is. He looks like King Neptune with this, although King Neptune is supposed to be, the King of Cups. But he just kind of does here. But let's look. And he has a giant sword for a giant war, but he's not a war man, right? No, the King of Swords. He is a man of the sword. Like we know, the pen is mightier than the sword. Which it's definitely true in the way that they mean it. But yeah, if it comes down to it, and I feel threatened, I'd rather have a sword than a pen, right? And let's see, we have the Ace of Pentacles with it, and look at that in the environment. Here's another new beginning, full of value and stability, like value, something that's really worth something. Stability, it's a pentacle, right? Earth, and the king sits with the wolf. He makes a decision about a great calling. Yes, he does. I like how they have all the wolves here. And the wolves also they are animals that mate for life. Yeah, it's very interesting. The strength card is the hope or the desire. And this can simply mean I have all the courage I need for this. But there's worry here. So maybe they're hoping maybe they think you're worried, or maybe they are hoping over here you'll have courage. Right here, we have it with the Hanged Man. But the Hangman sits here. These cards really don't read in the reverse, but he is kind of that's why he's kind of, yeah, he's not hanging upside down, but this is a woman who is hanging here in a coffin, with an open coffin on, here. So this is the courage to release something. This is the courage to, and this is somebody who has courage because they have been enlightened. That's what the Hangman talks about, being able to see things, to see behind the scenes, which is very scorpionic for this season, to see beyond the veil, right? Yeah, and lots of veils, right? Knight of Wands, not in this reading though. Knight of Wands, no. Knight of Wands showing up, and we have the Nine of Cups, and here we have the Knight of Wands with the 9. So, the Knight and the 9, this is taking action so I can have my wish. And here's the genie, right? And poof, and I grant you your wish. He's bringing the 9 cups. Looks like there's some type of a little chicken in this one in the middle. It's hard to see. But he's in front of the full moon. And yeah, and it's at night, and it's very cool. It's very mystical. But this is like, I'm taking action because I have my wish, and I'm going to go get it. And it's a very cool reading, but it's somebody who doesn't know for sure if you're really attracted to them, or if you love them, or just something like that, or if you like them a lot, or something, or if you are indeed infatuated with them. It could be kind of, for some this may be out of the blue, and for some this is somebody that right, that you're like, wow, so and so is head over heels with me. Right now I know a Piscean and a Sag, and the Piscean is head over heels for the Sag. So there is enlightenment in here, and it can simply mean that somebody too knows that they had an epiphany because they know that you are connected at the soul level. Yeah, that's what this is about. It's a very, very awesome. It is, and there's a lot of sex keeping this together. There is. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook that the astrology video for the November horoscopes. Right, I'm gonna hook that at the clip it or pin it at the top of the comments, and yeah, all the 12 signs are there, and it's a very cool month. November. It's a very mysterious month. It's a very interesting month. It is. And there's nothing uninteresting about Scorpio season, because Scorpio represents power and intensity. Yes, and mysticism, and all kinds of interesting stuff for sure. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and please hit the little bell in order to receive my notifications.